Hello everyone and welcome back to the Crypto Moses channel. First, I really want to thank my financial friend and some of these new subscribers. You guys mean the world to me, and I'm so excited to bring you as much valuable information as I can and find as many alpha plays as possible for us. Because our goal this year is to hit as many 1000Xs as we frickin' can. So let's do it together. Let's find some good tokens and let's use TA with the fundamentals to make sure we don't get screwed. Because look, the market's crazy. The market moves up and down and you don't get to control it. But what you do control is your buy and sell positions. And if you can control your emotions, your probability of winning is raised by minimum 50%, right? So just keep that in mind. If you can't control your emotions, you're never going to be able to control your trading. I think that's probably the biggest thing that I had to learn the past 3 years is I've been doing this for 6 years now, just not making videos. So for the past 6 years of trading, I literally, the hardest part was, it took me 2.5 years, people, to get confident in my trades. It also took me, I would say, about 1.5 years to not cry when I would take a loss, right? So that's something to just keep in mind. At first, I was very afraid to take a loss. After about a year of taking a bunch of hits, I learned my lesson and became, sorry, see, I got an alarm, tells me pricing all the time. Okay, and once I learned how to control that emotion of, hey, a loss is okay if it's in my strategy or if it is a probability and I know the loss variable, then I can control the risk to reward every time I would take a trade. But today's video, we're gonna go over Blox. We're gonna go over Blox. I've been really watching this. I think that it has some good opportunity, but the biggest thing isn't necessarily the opportunity it has, is that I've heard a lot of the team behind it, and there were some pretty big influencers behind this already. It shot out, I was wrong in yesterday's video. I thought it was at 10 mil, but I think it came out only at 3 mil. And then within the launch, it had about 4x. It got up to, I think, 18 mil, and now we're sitting back down at $10 million for the market cap. Not great, but not terrible. Here is the good news. This is not the lowest point, right? So we still have, if I'm going up, we've got about 10%, and if I'm going down, yeah, I know it's weird, by the way, you guys. It does, the numbers do change because of percentages. I'll make a whole video explaining that. But if you go down, you're going about 12%. So we still have about 12% of the way to go. Once then we have broken the lowest number. Here's what I do know. If we break that lowest number, it's downhill from here until we get some sort of catalyst or some sort of marketing campaign or something that stabilizes it. But I don't know where that would stop. My recommendation is, if you're interested in this, only a small amount. And the reason I say that is because right now it looks like it's stabilizing. I mean, look, let's do the 15-minute. And look, you can see whatever they got going. Every sell, there's a buy. Every sell, there's a buy. So they maybe got volume or just maybe some big whales supporting it. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're looking at these. But when it was first launching, I saw a couple of 5, 10, 20 ETH buys. So that means it has a lot of good probability, right? And again, it's been out for a whole, day and a half, and it's still keeping up with its main, market cap. Where a lot of these tokens, if within the first day or two they lose half of that market cap, it's very difficult to come back up. And in this one, it tripled from its launch market cap. From here, if it was a 3 mil for sure, I just can't find the exact number, let's just assume that, then we're looking at literally 3.5x from start, and that's amazing. So just waiting it out to see if it's gonna stabilize here only. We got 2 ways, actually. Let me reword this. I'm sorry, I'm confusing you and myself. 2 ways it's gonna go. We're either gonna break down, breaking this little line here, which is no good, and I would just wait until I find a full stability point that I would then enter dollar cost averaging. Or it could just break out from this line, and I think with something like that, that means there's either a catalyst coming, or they're marketing it, or there's a whale starting to support it. So that's just something to keep in mind. The reason I'm gonna keep watching this, just because I hear a lot of good things about the team behind it. There's some pretty cool influencers supporting it too. So I would just keep watch. This could be a 10x, a 20x from here. The hardest part is the market cap is at 10 mil. So when we really think about a meme token narrative, what the most we've seen the past 2 months is about 200 mil, and I think that was Grok. I might have missed another project. Let me know if you guys do have another one you've seen that's hit more than that, but let's assume that at a 200 mil, and let's assume this does that, then we're looking at a 20x from the current position. Quick math to that is just 200 divided by the 10. That's 20 times bigger, right? Like 10 times 20 would get us to 200. So that's how you think about it. So if you put 1,000, you would get 20,000. If you put 200, you would get 200 times 20, so 4,000. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're playing this right now. It doesn't necessarily mean to be scared of it. It just means you have to be cautious and take it slowly and not just, I hate people's decision of just like jumping all in. No, please don't do that, especially with the current market sentiment. Be smart about your plays. The goal here, you guys, is to preserve and grow your money, not necessarily just to dump it and hope it grows. We can do that. It just takes time, and you got to learn what you're taking the risk on every time. If you don't, then you're kind of just blindly gambling, right? And some people say that's crazy to say, no, but that's really the case. Yes, we don't know if this is going to go up or down, but what we do know, I'm sorry, people, but what we do know is that if we have good TA and have some good fundamentals behind the TA that we're doing as well, then we'll have a probability of it going up or down. And then we'll have a number to that. It's like an 80% chance it's going to go up, then I'm going to take the buy. If I've got like a 20% chance it's going to go down, then I'm going to take the buy, right? Another great way to kind of like break that down is think of this. If it's risk to reward, that's what made it easy for me. So think of it this way. If I were to put $1,000 into this right now, and I think from the fundamentals that I know, from the TA we did, we didn't do much TA, so this is not a good example, but let's say in this example, we did do more TA, and we were gonna focus on it, and the TA from the volume, from the RSI, and from the lines show us that, hey, this is a probability that it will go up. It's creating some sort of pattern that shows us that usually that moves to the uptrend. So that's the first thing. Once I see something like that, that means we have the capability to go up, and that is worth the risk to reward. But then you want to have like a stop loss. Like I understand if the $1,000 I put into here goes below 800, I'm pulling out. I'm willing to lose 20%. I know that's really high, and a lot of people think that's crazy, but in the meme world, you have to have a bigger risk to reward number because they move so fast and they're so volatile. I've seen a lot of people that have such really, really small stop losses, and then they just get stomped out, and then a day later, so just be smart about the number you're willing to lose when you're playing these games right there, right? I hope this information helped you guys today. I kind of went off on it, but I really, really am excited to see what this opportunity comes with this token. And I'm going to keep gem hunting today. I do got to work a bit for some of the businesses, but I'm going to do my best to gem hunt as much as I can tonight and get you guys another video out. Thank you so much for the subscribers. It means the world to me, everybody. Comment below what you think. Send me tokens. I'll gladly do the TA. I love them. I love them. So please send them my way. Thank you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.